On July 15, under the cover of a quiet night, dark shapes glided silently across the sky above Yelets, Lipetsk Oblast, Russia, carrying the promise of destruction. No roar of fighter jets or screech of missiles, only the faint hum of Ukraine's UJ-22 airborne UAVs, poised to strike a devastating blow to Russia's defense industry at the Energia missile battery plant. Target locked, countdown initiated. A calm voice reported from a covert Ukrainian command center hundreds of miles away. This wasn't just an attack on infrastructure. It was a precise strike aimed at crippling Russia's weapons supply chain, threatening to disrupt the battlefield and unsettle Moscow. According to the Kyiv Post, this was one of Ukraine's boldest operations in 2025. Planned meticulously over weeks, the strike marked a leap in Ukraine's long-range strategy, leveraging advanced UAV technology to sever the enemy's logistical lifeline. At an underground base near Sumy, Ukraine, tension hung heavy in the pre-dawn hours of July 15. Ukrainian armed forces technicians, with sharp focus and steady hands, readied a squadron of 6 UJ-22 airborne UAVs, each a technological marvel from Ukrainatech. Weighing 187 pounds, with a 10.8-foot length and 15.1-foot wingspan, the UJ-22 is a fixed-wing kamikaze drone designed for strategic targets up to 497 miles away, per Militarny. Each drone carried a 22-pound fragmentation warhead, capable of destroying hardened targets like production lines or storage facilities within a 49-foot blast radius. 2 of the 6 UAVs were fitted with 4.4-pound thermite incendiary modules, optimized to ignite secondary fires at industrial sites with flammable materials like lithium-ion batteries. Equipped with remote control systems boasting a signal delay under 0.2 seconds, these drones could adjust trajectories instantly in complex electronic warfare environments. Preparation spanned over 10 hours, starting at 5 p.m. on July 14th. Technicians scrutinized every detail of the UJ-22, from its high-efficiency electric motor delivering a cruising speed of 112 miles per hour, to its GPS and inertial navigation system, INS. The INS, using laser ring gyros, maintained a positioning error under 16 feet, ensuring accuracy even under GPS jamming. Each UAV featured a 32-bit processor handling 2 GHz of data per second, enabling real-time trajectory calculations and countering Russian electronic defenses. Per Ukraine Today, the drones were coated with radar-absorbing material, reducing their radar cross-section, RCS, to under 1 square foot, rendering them nearly invisible to Russian air defenses. Technicians also verified the high-capacity battery, providing a 4-hour flight time, allowing the UJ-22 to cover the 155-mile journey from Ukraine's border to Yelets without refueling. The Energia plant, located on Yelets' outskirts, 155 miles from Ukraine's border, was an ideal target for the UJ-22. Per the Kiev Independent, it produces over 60% of Russia's lithium-ion batteries and chemical power sources for missile systems, including the Iskander-M, 310-mile range, 1,058-pound warhead, Kh-35U cruise missile, 186-mile range, Mach 0.8, and UMPK glide module, 43-mile extended range. These batteries, with a 200 Wh per kilogram energy density and operation from -40 degrees F to 140 degrees F, are critical for Russia's precision-guided weapons used against Ukrainian cities. Disrupting Energia supply would halt missile production, particularly systems reliant on stable power, significantly weakening Russia's long-range strike capability. Andriy Kovalenko, head of Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation, stated, "Energia is the backbone of Russia's missile industry. Destroying it means paralyzing their offensive power." The plant had been targeted twice before, on May 23, 2024 and July 3, 2025, with the first causing a fire and the second reportedly halting parts of the facility indefinitely, per Kyiv Post. Yet prior damage only slowed production. The July 15 strike aimed to obliterate core areas, main production lines, storage, and power systems, for lasting impact on Russia's military supply chain. To ensure success, Ukraine conducted 72 hours of intensive reconnaissance. Satellite imagery from Western partners, combined with data from the Bayraktar TB2 UAV, 1,433-pound takeoff weight, 186-mile range, identified 3 key targets at Energia: battery production lines, lithium-ion storage, and the plant's power substation. Imagery revealed defenses by 2 Pantsir S-1 air defense systems, each with a 12.4-mile range and X-band radar, 10 to 20 gigahertz. Per Militanye, the Pantsir S-1 struggles to detect low-flying targets, especially UAVs with low RCS, like the UJ-22. A 92 N6E radar from an S-400 system 31 miles from Yelets was active but limited by hilly terrain. Local intelligence confirmed battery transport schedules and nighttime shifts, enabling Ukraine to strike at dawn when Russian defenses were slowest to respond. The attack plan used a swarm tactic, launching 6 UJ-22 UAVs 90 seconds apart to overwhelm Russian defenses. Each followed a unique trajectory, programmed with Ukraine-developed software and GPS waypoints updated via satellite data. The first 2 targeted production lines, the next 2 hit storage, and the final 2 aimed at the substation and a nearby auxiliary area. Flying at 164 to 328 feet, the drones used valleys and forests to evade radar. A mobile jamming system near Ukraine's border emitted 2 to 4 gigahertz false signals to disrupt the S-400 radar, creating a 15-minute window for the UAVs to reach the target undetected, per Ukraine Today. The Sumy Command Center coordinated via AES-256 encrypted communications. A Bayraktar TB2, flying at 18,045 feet, 62 miles from Yelets, provided real-time data on Russian movements and defenses. Its Westcam CMX-15D 1080p camera captured activity at Energia, including battery transport trucks and nighttime maintenance. Sumy technicians adjusted UAV paths based on TB2 data, avoiding dense air defense zones. Per Kyiv Independent, this showcased Ukraine's high-tech integration from domestic UAVs to Western intelligence. At 3:45 a.m., the first UJ-22 approached Energia at 262 feet, 112 miles per hour. Its radar-absorbing coating and low flight path evaded detection for the first 10 seconds. The Pantsir S1's 1RS-2-1E radar detected it at 1.24 miles, but its 5-second response time couldn't deploy 57 E-6 missiles, Mach 3, 11.2-mile range. The 22-pound fragmentation warhead detonated over the main production line, where hundreds of lithium-ion batteries were assembled. The 49-foot blast radius collapsed part of the roof and sparked a massive fire. Black smoke rose dozens of feet, captured by Yelets residents and shared on Telegram's Astra channel per Ukraine Today. 90 seconds later, the second UJ-22 struck the battery storage, housing thousands of finished lithium-ion batteries. Its thermite warhead triggered a secondary fire, with lithium-ion reactions reaching 2,732 degrees Fahrenheit, per Kyiv Independent. The blaze destroyed at least 20% of the storage, spreading to metal containers. The explosion's sound echoed across Yelets, with videos posted on X showing local panic. The fire's 328-foot smoke column and debris scattered 98 feet posed hazards for Russian firefighters. Russian defenses reacted at 3:47 a.m. with the S-400's 92N6E radar detecting remaining UAVs. However, the UJ-22's low RCS and altitude thwarted targeting. The third UAV hit the substation, cutting power and halting production. The blast destroyed two 10-megawatt transformers, causing outages in nearby areas. The fourth UAV, targeting an auxiliary area, was downed by Pantsir S1 at 1,600 feet, but its thermite warhead caused a small explosion, damaging a fence. The substation fire, fueled by transformer insulators, disrupted backup power for 48 hours. The final two UJ-22s disrupted Russian defenses. The fifth deployed radar decoys, confusing Pantsir S1 into firing at false targets. The sixth, carrying a fragmentation warhead, targeted a secondary warehouse, but was downed by a mobile unit's Cord 12.7mm machine gun. Its debris caused minor damage to an administrative building, per Telegram's Astra. 4 of 6 UAVs succeeded, a 66% success rate in Russia's dense air defense environment, overwhelming Pantsir S1's 4-target tracking limit. By 3:50 a.m., Energia was engulfed in smoke and flames. The explosions created a 66-foot crater at the production line and collapsed part of the storage. Fires reached 2,192 degrees Fahrenheit at the battery storage, with lithium-ion reactions producing toxic smoke. Yelets residents reported 3 major blasts, with tremors felt 1.24 miles away. Russian defenses, despite quick reaction, couldn't stop the swarm, exposing Pantsir S1 weaknesses against low-flying targets, per Militarny. Toxic smoke spread 0.62 miles, prompting evacuation of 200 nearby households. As fires spread, Russian firefighters struggled due to lithium-ion secondary fire risks. A Russian Mi-8 helicopter, deployed for aerial reconnaissance, retreated due to thick smoke and UAV threats. Per Kyiv Post, the attack halted Energia's operations, with production lines and power systems crippled. Unverified X-posts, like @Estapario Total, estimated 40% short-term production loss. Firefighting efforts, using specialized equipment, took over 12 hours, worsening infrastructure damage. To confirm damage, Ukraine deployed a Bayraktar TB2 from Sumy at 4 a.m. Flying at 18,045 feet with a Westcam CMX-15D camera and infrared sensors, it avoided Russian radar. Real-time imagery showed a 66-foot crater at the production line, with metal debris scattered 164 feet. Smoke rose from storage, with infrared sensors detecting 2,192 degrees hotspots. Per Militarny, lithium-ion fires delayed Russian firefighting for 6 hours. TB2 imagery confirmed destruction of multi-million-dollar equipment and damaged battery transport trucks. TB2 data, transmitted via AES-256 encryption, provided clear evidence of damage. Imagery showed a collapsed factory roof and destroyed battery containers. An auxiliary area near the substation was damaged, with UJ-22 debris scattered. Ukrainian seismic sensors recorded a 2.3 magnitude tremor, confirming blast locations. Per Kyiv Independent, this data, shared with Western partners, estimated a 25% drop in Russia's military battery output for 6 months, impacting Donetsk and Kharkiv operations. Within 12 hours, Russia deployed rescue and technical teams, delayed by secondary fires and toxic smoke. Posts from Yelets showed smoke stretching miles, with fire trucks surrounding the plant. Western satellite data at 6 a.m. on July 15 confirmed 30% infrastructure damage, including production and storage. Per Ukraine Today, the attack disrupted Russia's missile battery supply, potentially affecting Iskander production for 3 months. Russia shifted some production to less advanced Siberian facilities. Russia downplayed the damage. Lipetsk Governor Igor Artemonov confirmed only one UAV hit Yelets industrial zone, injuring 1 person, avoiding mention of Energia per TASS. However, Posts and Kyiv Post reports indicated severe damage. A local video on Telegram's Excelenova Plus showed flames and smoke with debris scattered. These images fueled international scrutiny of Russia's air defense failures. The attack disrupted Russia's military battery supply. Ukraine's general staff noted that prior strikes on May 23, 2024 and July 3, 2025 slowed Iskander and UMPK battery production by 30%. Post-attack, Russia reduced guided missile use in Donetsk, per Kyiv Post, forcing reliance on less accurate reserves, shifting battlefield dynamics. The success spurred Ukraine to ramp up UJ-22 production, planning 500 more UAVs in 6 months, with Western funding, per Ukraine Today. The strike boosted Ukrainian morale and demonstrated long-range capabilities, challenging Russia's strategic asset defense. Per Kyiv Independent, such attacks are reshaping the conflict, forcing Russia to reallocate air defenses. Ukraine is developing UJ-22 upgrades with a 621-mile range and stronger warheads for deeper Russian targets. If this story captivates you and you want to learn more about Ukraine's remarkable victories, like and subscribe to our channel for updates. Share to spread awareness of Ukraine's resilience in this fight for freedom. International support, from tech funding to intelligence sharing, empowers Ukraine's precise strikes, weakening Russia's military foundation and fostering hope for peace.